what is the Epic of Gilgamesh in Mesopotamian mythology. In the ancient city of Uruk, Gilgamesh reigned as a king of unparalleled strength and wisdom. Yet, his rule was far from just. 2/3 god and 1/3 man, Gilgamesh's immense power bred arrogance. He oppressed his people, exhausting the young men with relentless labor and claiming brides on their wedding nights. The citizens of Uruk cried out to the gods for relief, and their prayers were answered. The gods created Enkidu, a wild man as strong as Gilgamesh, to challenge the tyrant. Enkidu lived among animals in the wilderness, drinking at their watering holes and destroying traps set by hunters. One such hunter, desperate to stop him, sought help from the temple of Ishtar. Shamat, a temple prostitute, was sent to tame Enkidu. Over 6 days and 7 nights, she seduced him, severing his bond with the wild. Rejected by the animals but awakened to human consciousness, Enkidu followed Shamat to civilization. In Uruk, Enkidu learned of Gilgamesh's tyranny and resolved to confront him. When Gilgamesh attempted to force his way into a bride's chamber on her wedding night, Enkidu blocked his path. The two men wrestled fiercely through the streets of Uruk until Gilgamesh emerged victorious. Yet, instead of enmity, their battle forged a deep friendship. Recognizing each other's strength, they became inseparable companions. Seeking glory and adventure, Gilgamesh proposed a perilous journey to the cedar forest to slay Humbaba, its monstrous guardian appointed by the god Enlil. Though Enkidu initially hesitated, knowing Humbaba's power, he eventually agreed. The elders of Uruk warned against the quest but gave their blessings when they saw Gilgamesh's resolve. The two heroes ventured into the wilderness, bolstered by prayers to Shamash, the sun god. Along the way, Gilgamesh was plagued by ominous dreams, mountains collapsing and storms raging. But Enkidu interpreted them as favorable omens. When they reached the cedar forest, Humbaba roared in fury at their intrusion. The ground trembled as they faced him in battle. With Shamash's divine aid, winds that immobilized Humbaba, they defeated the monster. Despite Humbaba's pleas for mercy and offers of servitude, Enkidu urged Gilgamesh to strike him down to secure eternal fame. Reluctantly, Gilgamesh delivered the fatal blow. The victory brought triumph but also divine wrath. Returning to Uruk with cedar wood for great projects, they caught the attention of Ishtar, goddess of love and war. She proposed marriage to Gilgamesh, but he scorned her advances, recounting her cruel treatment of past lovers. Humiliated and enraged, Ishtar convinced her father Anu to unleash the bull of heaven upon Uruk as punishment. The bull descended from the heavens, bringing destruction and famine. Together, Gilgamesh and Enkidu confronted it in a fierce battle and ultimately killed it. In their triumph, they mocked Ishtar by hurling pieces of the bull's carcass at her temple, a grave insult to the gods. The gods convened in anger over these transgressions. They decreed that one of the heroes must die as punishment for slaying Humbaba and defiling the bowl of heaven. They chose Enkidu. Enkidu fell gravely ill and suffered visions of his descent into the underworld, a dark realm where all mortals were destined to dwell in dust and shadows. He cursed Shamat for leading away from his simple life among animals, but later recanted after Shamash reminded him of all he had gained through his friendship with Gilgamesh. After days of torment, Enkidu died. Gilgamesh was Shattered by grief, he mourned bitterly for his friend and became consumed by fear of his own mortality. Determined to escape death's grasp, he abandoned his royal duties and embarked on a quest for immortality. His journey led him through treacherous landscapes, across mountains guarded by scorpion men, through a pitch-black tunnel beneath Mount Mashu, and into a paradise where trees bore jewels instead of fruit. There he met Siduri, a tavern keeper who urged him to abandon his futile quest and embrace life's simple joys. But Gilgamesh persisted. With guidance from Siduri, he sought out Urshanabi, a ferryman who helped him across the waters of death to reach Utnapishtim, the only human granted immortality by the gods after surviving a great flood. Utnapishtim recounted how Ea, the god of wisdom, had warned him of an impending deluge meant to destroy humanity. Following Ea's instructions, Utnapishtim built a massive boat or ark that saved his family and every species seed from annihilation. For this act, he was granted eternal life, but he told Gilgamesh that such a gift was unique and unattainable for mortals. Still desperate for hope, Gilgamesh attempted Utnapishtim's test, staying awake for 6 days and 7 nights as proof of his worthiness for immortality. He failed almost immediately. As consolation, Utnapishtim revealed a secret: a plant at the bottom of the sea that could restore youth. Gilgamesh retrieved the plant, but lost it to a serpent while resting on his journey home. A poignant reminder that immortality would forever elude humanity. Returning to Uruk empty-handed yet wiser, Gilgamesh gazed upon its mighty walls, the enduring legacy he had built as king, and realized that immortality lay not in living forever, but in leaving behind something that would endure beyond death. Thus ends the Epic of Gilgamesh, a timeless tale exploring friendship, loss, mortality, and what it means to be human. A story as relevant today as it was thousands of years ago in Mesopotamian mythology.